Hello, future university students. Today we are going to look at what you will be studying in your next academic adventure. Let's explore the different departments or academic families you will find on campus.
Ready? Let's go. I really like to talk in terms of academic families. When you go to university, you'll realize that each department has its own atmosphere. You'll find people who are very much like you, and you will hang out in the building or buildings connected to your academic family most of your time. The two circles on this picture show you that there are some very numerical-based courses and some essay-based courses, which might be a way for you to decide which big group you belong to. But there are those hybrid courses in the middle, which are at the same time numerical and essay-based, which explains that for those courses, the requirements might include a certain math class you had to take in high school, etc. Be careful, as some of our students sometimes realize only too late that the math course they chose in high school does not allow them to go for their chosen university program, as they do not match the minimum requirements. All right, now let's go back to our families. So the first family, the humanities, would be for the storytellers and thinkers. You know, for those who love history, culture, and deep ideas. In that giant family, we've got all kinds of choices, such as history and archaeology, for those who want to dig up the past to understand the present. Then there's philosophy, to master the art of asking big questions. Psychology, for understanding how the human mind works, and more. And of course, sociology and anthropology, to study why people and societies behave the way they do. Super important in today's world. So, what kind of career can I have with such a degree? Well, you could be a journalist or a writer, maybe a translator for the United Nations, or even work in education, research, or hey, maybe become a diplomat. All right. So now this is the STEM family for the innovators and problem solvers. For those of you who just love numbers, experiments, and yeah, all things tech. So, what could my major be in this big family? Let's take a look. You could major in computer science and IT. That's for everything that includes coding, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, or even video games. Or your major could be engineering if you want to learn how to code and program too, but also design machines, build software, bridges, or even rockets. Engineering often has its own department with tons of subdivisions like civil, mechanical, electrical, and more. You could also go for a major in mathematics and statistics if you love predicting outcomes with numbers. Or maybe biology and medicine, where you get to study life from tiny cells to big picture healthcare. And don't forget physics and chemistry. Perfect if you're curious about unlocking the mysteries of the universe. These majors, they can lead to so many amazing careers. Scientists, engineers, programmers, doctors, data analysts, and honestly, so many more. All right, so up next is the business and management family. It's for the leaders, the innovators, and sometimes the moneymakers. This one's for anyone who dreams of running companies, starting their own business, or managing finances like a pro. In this family, there are just so many majors, and honestly, they come with all kinds of names, often meaning pretty much the same thing. BBAs, business administration, business and management, etc. But just to give you a few examples, you could dive into areas like finance and accounting, all about money, banking, and investments, study marketing or supply management, sport management, data analysis, and many more. Now let's take a look at the fine arts and creative industries family. It's perfect for the designers and dreamers out there. If you love thinking outside the box, expressing yourself creatively, or diving into the world of design, this one's definitely for you. So you could study visual arts and design, like painting fashion or even digital media. You could also major in film and media production to tell stories through video, which is super cool. Or maybe you're into performing arts and music, including singing, acting, dancing, and composing. There's so much creativity there. Graphic design and animation is another awesome option if you want to bring ideas to life with visuals. And finally, architecture also belongs in this group, where you can learn how to design cities and spaces. Now, one big family is also the social sciences, perfect for future society experts. It's for those of you who love studying how people and societies work, and honestly, it's such a fascinating area. Some majors will also be part of the humanities family. Majors can include sociology and anthropology, where you'll investigate why humans behave the way they do. Then there's psychology, to explore how the human mind works. Super interesting, right? Political science and international relations let you study how governments and global affairs shape the world. Law and criminology are also part of that family, helping you dive into justice, crime, and legal systems. And yes, economics and business are technically considered part of the social sciences too, but we already looked at those. You could be a lawyer, a politician, a diplomat, or even a human rights activist. So, what's your academic family? Remember, you don't have to choose right away. You could choose a program in a university that lets you explore different areas before committing. The important thing is to follow what interests you. Want a tip? If you're still confused, ask yourself, do I like working with people or ideas? Do I prefer creativity or logic? Do I want to solve problems, lead, or help others? Whatever you choose, the world needs your passion and skills. Take the personality quiz we created for you, and let's discover your future family.